Welcome back to Wireman's Whimsy for our last outside the box card using elements from the January 2022 Paper Pumpkin Kit. So what I wanted to do was a masculine card. All the other ones I've done have been kind of soft colors and all of that, and I thought we need to do a masculine card. So this is a soft suede card base, and I have used the checks and dots set. I've used the checked folder to create kind of the checkerboard on the front. And what I did is I just did one strip down the middle because I've cut out from the envelope strips of the X's and O's. And these strips are, let me just measure them. They're a little bit less than a half an inch. But what I did is I just lined it up and I cut out a row of X's and O's, and it just so happened that it perfectly fit with the folder. So I'm going to go ahead and glue these down. If I can get, there we go. So yeah, what I did is I cut the envelope to 5.5 inches to match up with the width of the card. So I'm sorry, my hair is probably going to get in the frame here. I'm just going to line that up and drop it down like that. So we've got that border at the top. And we're going to do the same thing at the bottom. There we go. So I'm just going to pop this down, lined up with the bottom edge of the card, popped in place there like that. And the running the embossing folder over it has made it just a little bit bouncy. But let's see if we can fix that a little bit with the bone folder. Oh, there we go. Lays a bit flatter now. Okay, so to build the middle, I have got one of the gold embossed, gold bordered hearts, and I've stamped "Love You More" on that piece, and I've got one of the vellum hearts. Now what I'm going to do is I want this arrow, similar to one of the other cards I did, I want the arrow to show through. So I'm actually going to trim, I'm going to cut the arrow in half so that we can extend it out. And I just need to decide how far out I want it to go. And that actually is pretty good. So I am going to run a piece of adhesive across the back like that. And what that means is I can line the heart up. I'm going to want my arrow to be just outside of the vellum heart so it can be seen. And the same with this one. I'm going to have it lined up straight with the other end of the arrow. And there we go. And then I am going to pop this down so it's lined up. There we go. So there's our centerpiece. Now I just need to decide, I am going to dimensionalize this. Again, all of these outside the box cards I've kind of built on the fly. So thank you for joining me on this journey as I kind of work through the ideas that I have with you, kind of not live, but on the video. It's not a constructed idea before you get to see it. So you get to kind of witness some of the thought process and the how I'm going to put it together. I could put this on an angle, but I'm going to put it straight because the arrow is already on an angle. And the nice thing about the gray granite, it's in the same color family as the soft suede, so it kind of blends well. I haven't put dimensionals on the back of the arrows, and I think I might do that just to keep it from moving around too much. So I'm just going to lift this up, pop one of the mini dimensionals on, and then just pop it down like that. I just don't want them to kind of get torn by the envelope or anything like that. So let's just pop that down. So there we go. Now I have these gold hearts left over from one of the other cards, and I was thinking about just placing them a little bit randomly on the card. And actually I quite like that. It kind of brings a little bit more to the card. And I'm going to pop them in the squares. Make sure that I'm kind of centered in the squares that I'm putting them in. And then this one I will just pop into the front there. So there we go. That is a more masculine take on the January 2022 Paper Pumpkin Kit, using elements from the kit, adding in a soft suede background, using the checks and dots folder, but using the checks one. So thank you so much for watching this series of videos using that Paper Pumpkin Kit, and let's create together again soon.